Here with head coach Joe Gallo after a 69-51 victory over Canisius. Coach, opening statement on the game.
Yeah, awesome effort, especially on the defensive end. The first half, I thought we got awesome shots. We were up 8, really up 11, and then they bank in the shot at the half, which I wasn't that pleased about. But we were up 8, and we were 2 of the best shooters I've ever coached. We're combined 0 for 9 on some really good looks, right? So that's usually a sign that you're in pretty good shape. As long as you keep, don't get goofy and keep doing the things that got you there in the first half. So, but again, the defense kept us in it. Bud let the game come to him, and then kind of took off in the second half, which is shows great maturity on his part. And this time of year, I tell these guys you can't look at records and anything like that. It's conference win is a conference win, and they're kind of dwindling down here. So just always happy to get one.
Questions for Coach?
Thought the starters kind of started slow, and then you got the lift specifically from David and Ty there in the first half, and then Malik obviously contributed a bunch in the second half. So what do you think of the bench performance today?
Yeah, the bench was awesome, and I almost felt bad for the starters. Like they were flying around, playing super hard. Jacob, you've been in a lot of games in this gym. Like usually we bang our first 2 threes, and then we're getting in our press, and everyone's going crazy. And it was just like there was some kind of silence in the air. The ball just kept going halfway down and out. So it wasn't for a lack of effort or execution or playing the wrong way. Sometimes that round thing just doesn't go all the way down like it's supposed to. So, Ty was awesome in the first half. I think all 12 of his points were in the first half. You guys know I've been singing his praises for months now. And he, never even going back to the VCU game and Rutgers game, he never looked scared. He never looked like a freshman. And now the numbers and the makes are starting to show. David Murray, good to have him. He's getting healthy. He's a little bit banged up. Probably going to manage him a little bit here moving forward, but big 6 points all in the paint. And then, not even looking at the stats, I thought Malik Edney was awesome. He changed the whole game with deflections, with steals, made a big basket late clock when I think they cut it to 13 or 11. That's the Malik we know and that we love and that we see every day. So I was just super happy for him that he could play like that.
You guys play Manhattan next, and then obviously the big game against Marist. Do you feel like that could be a potential trap game for you?
I don't think so. I think this group is pretty mature. I think it's a tough game. I think it's a good team on the road. But I don't really know if I bet you if you polled our top 8 who we played after Manhattan, they might not even know, which is how I kind of want it.
Talk about the play of Sean once again, just continuing to excel in his role, and I thought his heart, his fingerprints were all over this one at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, and like we always talk about, they always are, but it's great when I think I can do a better job of making him play offense. It's why we started the game with a post up for him, because he's so unselfish, but we could use those 10, 12 points. If a game goes on, he can go on with never taking a shot, just doing all the dirty work, but the guy averaged 19 points a game last year at Franklin Pierce in a really good Division II league. So we know he's capable of giving us those 10, 12s, and they're huge for us. So yeah, again, he's all these guys now, we look like a team that's been together for a couple of years. Everybody's comfortable in their role. Nobody's trying to do something that they're not capable of. I thought we played very unselfish, and a lot of that stems from him. It's tough to look at that guy playing as hard as he is and not follow him.
Matt and Devin started off slow. You guys shot 2 for 12 in the first half. Was there any frustrations from them? Because they were getting good looks, and what did you tell them to get them back into the game?
I just said keep shooting and smile. Like smile. Like Dev looked like he was, ready to cry. It's like it's going to happen. You just got to. I said you're never going to shoot like that again in the locker room, and he knocked on wood. And I said, don't knock. We're going to speak it back into existence. We've all seen him shoot. Sometimes those nights happen. That's why. Guys that are 40%, he'll probably have a 7 for 9 at some point, and then it all evens out. So it'd be one thing if he was taking bad ones. I don't think he took a single bad 3, to be honest with you. got one coming.
I'll ask, it's February 8th, what's it mean to be standalone, all alone atop this conference in your first year?
Yeah, I mean, it's always, you know, it's like a fight to get there. It's been Marist, Quinnipiac, and us, and, you know, I told these guys, I don't look at it as much as I used to. Like, back in the Division II days, it used to drive me nuts when those, like, East regions would come out, and I was like, man, I hope Damon loses, and I can't believe Tobin got another win at Stafford, you know. And then you just realize, like, at some point, everybody's gonna lose, everybody beats everybody, and you just gotta take care of your own business. So, yes, it's nice, you know, especially, you know, getting deep into it now, you can kind of see the finish line. But there's a lot of work still to be done, and you know, I know that golden nugget is the NCAA tournament, but first and foremost, we super value regular season championships, because to me, that's who you are, right? You don't just get excited for 3 days and, you know, maybe you have a bad shooting night and everyone praises that guy who makes the tournament, as they should. But you look at teams that win over a course of months, it's probably got some pretty tough, hard-working people in that locker room, and that's what we have, so we're gonna keep going.
And you spoke about that golden nugget being the NCAA tournament, but for mid-majors, it takes a lot for you guys to even get to that point. So how do you like emphasize the importance of these conference games to your team?
Yeah, I think taking lessons from each game, you know, it's like, because March is crazy. You might have a 5 for 19 from 3 game in March, and you gotta figure out how to win. So I think just taking a little something from each game. You know, St. Peter's were down big and we stayed with it. That could happen in March. You could have a lead and cough it up like we've done at times, and that could happen in March. So just kind of, you know, taking mental notes and not giving our team too much information on some of the topics, but just taking a thing or two. And you know, I think the biggest thing, just keeping everybody together, keeping everyone connected, keeping everybody positive. And you know, that's a pretty loose group in that locker room, and in a pretty good place right now. We just got to continue to do that.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.